Well, thanks very much, Madam Chair, and I join you in welcoming our witnesses back before us. Our committee does not often have open hearings, but this topic is of such great interest to the American people that this hearing is going to be very important. It's important they have a chance to hear directly from the intelligence community. It's equally important that the intelligence community have the opportunity to explain to the American people more fully in public how essential FISA is to keeping this country safe and how the privacy interests of all Americans are being protected. While we are here in large part because of the Snowden leaks, there should be no doubt in anyone's mind that those leaks have caused and will continue to cause exceptionally grave damage to our national security and ultimately are going to cost lives. And Mr. Snowden is going to be responsible for that. There's absolutely no excuse for leaking classified information, and any leaker should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. The Snowden leaks are no exception. Mr. Snowden may be a hero to our enemies, but he is certainly not a whistleblower. There were alternative avenues available to Mr. Snowden to make his concerns known, especially avenues leading to Congress. Instead, by his own admissions to the media, he violated his oath of secrecy and jeopardized the national security of this country. I believe he knew how serious a breach of trust it was, and yet he fully stole this information, fled the country, and then leaked it to the world. Mr. Cole, I understand the investigation is ongoing, and while you're going to be limited as to what you can say, I hope you'll bring us up to date as much as possible with respect to DOJ's efforts. Director Clapper and General Alexander, without disclosing classified information, I think the American people need to hear more about the damage these leaks, including the inaccurate stories, have caused not only to our intelligence collection and ability to identify terrorists before they strike, but also the vital foreign partnerships that you depend on each and every day that have been impacted by these leaks. As the committee considers what modifications can or should be made to FISA, and as the chairman said, we are working very closely together to develop that bill, and we're going to get there before next week when we're going to have a markup. It's important to recognize that FISA, including Section 215 Business Records Authority, is not broken. It's working exactly as Congress understood. And with this understanding, Congress has extended the sunset for this Section 215 three times since September 11. There is regular and substantial oversight from all three branches of government, including this committee, over all FISA collection. To date, there has been no intentional abuse of FISA authorities. Now, that's not to say mistakes haven't been made or that there won't be future compliance issues, regardless of how Congress modifies these authorities. However, the fact that mistakes have been found and addressed by the many existing layers of oversight is further evidence that the FISA process is working as intended. Madam Chair, I think we're making very good progress on a bill that makes reasonable changes for more transparency to FISA. You and I share the goal of maintaining the same level of operational effectiveness and flexibility for the intelligence community while recognizing the privacy concerns about this collection. With that in mind, I have strong objections to any effort to move control of Section 215 call detail records to any entity other than NSA. The telecommunication providers should not be given this added burden, especially because it would not enhance privacy. Director Clapper, the committee has been waiting for technical assistance on potential bill language, but to date have received nothing in writing from the administration. You know as well as I that defining a term or describing a process incorrectly can have a detrimental impact on collection. We need to get this right, but we can't do so without your assistance. The committee is planning to act on this legislation next week. It's now Thursday afternoon and the final mark is not completed, but we're getting there and we need to hear from the administration prior to this markup. Madam Chair, I look forward to hearing from both panels today so that we can have perspectives from all sides of the debate as we consider this legislation, and I thank you.
Thank you.